So the Ethereum chart, it basically did what you would expect it to do in a bear market, which means that percentage wise it fell more than Bitcoin, but generally it goes up in bull markets percentage wise more than Bitcoin as well. So it kind of kept that thing going, which is what we saw. Now we did see again a low put in right around this, just sub 900 level, and it rallied all the way back to 2000. And you can see right here why it stopped right there on a dime. You have this sideways chop and this little pivot high, put a trend line in there. Price literally just tagged it, and then we saw a pullback. Now, again, as we creep into the merge, you're seeing some people buying, but I also think there's a lot of people that are just sitting on the sidelines because it is a risk, right? If things don't go well, you could see a dump in Ethereum's price. I'm in the belief that they've prolonged this kind of merge and kind of double check, triple check, quadruple check, where I think it's going to go smoothly. And I think you might see a relief pop once it's kind of completed. So again, I think overall you can see support is right here. This is around the 1450 level. Resistance is around 2000. If the merge goes smoothly, I think it could pop maybe as high as the double top here back to 2000. This is the 200 moving average. That would be your resistance line. I ultimately think if Bitcoin's going down and I think risk assets will see more selling, Ethereum probably will have another leg down to it and at least retest the lows around that 880, 900 level, maybe go lower. So I think, again, shorter term merge, if it goes smoothly, short term bullish. Once you get outside of that, then I would be very careful. I wouldn't be someone who would be buying on the completion of the merge, because I think then again, you might have a sell the news environment and a little bit of a pullback off of that. Now, just to point out my longer term view, and I know you guys know I'm very bullish longer term on Bitcoin. On Ethereum, I actually am, with the merge, I'm bullish, very, very bullish on the longer term. I think this is exactly what the crypto market wants, is that this deflationary asset where it also has this massive use case that's being adopted more and more. And it kind of has like this double-edged sword now. It has like kind of a side of Bitcoin with a side of almost being a stock, if you will, that has this real use case and kind of network connected to it. And I think it actually has a chance longer term to rival Bitcoin's market cap. And it may take a long time for that, but I do think it has that potential power.
So it sounds like you are, are you more bullish on Bitcoin than Ethereum? It sounds like you're also pretty bullish on Ethereum.
Yes, I am. I would say I'm equally as bullish. I think Ethereum right now offers a little bit higher risk than Bitcoin. Like if someone said to me, you got to pick one and it's going to be a wild ride, what are you doing? I'm probably going with Bitcoin for safety purposes. But in terms of potential X's, how many times it can go up, I think if you're playing with money you can afford to lose, you go with Bitcoin, with Ethereum.
Do you have any perspective on the BTC ETH chart? Because we looked at it on our channel the other day, and ETH value against Bitcoin is peaking to what it was close to September of 2021 at Bitcoin's all-time highs. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? I mean, it really is amazing to look at that, and I can bring up the chart here. It just doesn't have a ton of data on it, but basically you can see you've come all the way back in here on the Bitcoin ETH chart where you're actually testing this level of support here, or very, very close. So I could see it coming back into that level. On a technical basis, you would actually think that this chart would start to bounce, which I believe would indicate that Bitcoin might start to bounce a little bit more than ETH, which interestingly enough could mean that you might get, after an initial relief of the merge going smoothly, you might get some selling in Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So it is interesting to note, but I do think, again, that if you look out further, meaning years out, I do think that Ethereum does continue to grow at a faster clip than Bitcoin. And I do think that depending on the regulation that comes down, what the rules are, initially it could spook. And if you have a light volume period in Ethereum, it could really see a big quick dip on algo selling and stuff like that. And I also think that you just never know in terms of the overall asset markets. If something big happened, if China invaded Taiwan, for instance, and risk assets immediately would freak out. And I think longer term, you're right. I mean, Ethereum is this juggernaut. So getting it in there would be just absolutely awesome. So I think that's a great play. Nothing wrong with that.
All of the other ETH competitors, the alternative dApp platforms, Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, that stuff, Avalanche. Is there one that you like more than the others?
Oh, that's a good question. And again, I'm mostly a chart-based trader, so I'm trying to think in terms of the chart. I have to say, I mean, and this is very short term, meaning over the next couple of weeks, but I've liked the relative strength that we've seen in Solana just in the last couple of days versus some of the others. So for instance, when Bitcoin broke down, we saw Solana hold its major support and then start to inch up. And currently it's trading around 33. So I would say at least for the next couple of weeks, Solana looks very, very interesting with potential upside, maybe back to about $40 from this 33 handle.
What's something you wish more people understood?
Oh boy. Well, considering I'm a chart guy, I really implore people to just learn the basics of charts, learn what a double top is, what a double bottom. I really believe there were so many people caught on the wrong side when Bitcoin hit that high. Same thing with Ethereum. But the charts, if you had looked at the charts, understood the charts, there was a clear double top in it. And you could almost see the insanity of Bitcoin. Anytime you see incredible insanity in any asset, and I'm talking greed, insanity, or fear, that usually marks a pivot point. So you never want to be someone that's a chaser, right? You always want to be a leader. And so you buy when price is down and you sell when it's up. You never want to buy when price is already sky high, assuming it will go higher. Now, does that mean you sometimes miss some trades that go higher? Sure, it does. But again, preservation of capital is how real wealth is built.
What are your thoughts for Ethereum over the next 5 years? Let's say Bitcoin gets into another bull market. What are your thoughts for price prediction?
Yeah, I think in 5 years you could be easily looking at a 20,000 handle on Ethereum. I think again the next couple years are going to be the tricky years for all of crypto, especially Ethereum, and trying to get people to kind of get these rules under their belt. But once that happens, I really think once these regulations, price is going to go up fast at that point. Just be careful, like I said before in the last interview. And I think if you do one thing, try to learn one little chart technique or one basic chart technique, maybe once a week. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes a time, but it will change your financial future. It will improve your ability to spot tops and bottoms and just put you in a better position to be in good bull markets and out of bad bear markets.